for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
The theme is, but did you live?
Did you live?
But did you live? Now that's one of the things as far as Gen X that we do not understand some of the drama that's going on today. And that is basically how we live. But did you live?
You know, if people did stupid shit and got hurt, they didn't post it to nothing, and they didn't whine that long. It's like, did you live?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it was a matter of blood, broken bone, different things like that. But did you live? Mm-hmm. So,
but I'm injured.
God, the drama. It is like, and maybe this is what happens. Maybe people let their children watch Jerry Springer. I don't know. This is just random ADHD ramblings is what this is today, because that's what we got. Because there's so much insanity going on in the world, and so we just decided to share a day in the life.
This is what happened to our world, daytime television.
Well, you know. Our
daytime television is not
literally good. Could be something similar to that.
Yeah.
Because
daytime television.
It's craziness.
I think we'd be put like at nighttime, like on Adult Swim type shit. We would definitely be one of those bumpers or something.
Yeah, yeah.
We live a life of fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I woke up in the wee hours of the morning, which I am prone to do. It was about 5:30ish, and here comes Kid, and I'm like, why are you up?
And I was already up before you.
And he had already had adventures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because with 13 cats, yeah, those of you who are new, we Kid and I were laughing. It's like you've got people that have one or two cats and they think that they're experts.
It's like try having. Over the years, we've had 30-some cats.
About 30-some cats.
That's including the bunch that we have now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, we never wanted to have this many cats, ever.
No.
But nobody, it was either that or bad options.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all spayed and neutered. They're all fed.
But it's not pleasant when you want to go out and smoke and then you see something. You can't quite tell what it is. You're trying not to step on it, but then a cat trips you up and then causes you to step on said thing. And then it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's a crawdad.
Mm-hmm. That was today's offering. That's why I've told him never, ever go out on the porch barefoot, ever.
I thought it would be fine.
He's got so much Aries in his chart.
I thought it really would be fine.
And so it wasn't fun. It's always fun until it's not fun, and then it's not fun. And
I had that little
disgusting and
had that little thought. Was like, I could just find my shoes or find like a pair of sandals or something. No, I didn't listen.
So that was that, and then it was a matter of as far as the mama, I can't find my hair.
I can't find my hair. I didn't say, Mama, I can't find my hair. It was like, and I can't find my hair. I wear wigs.
He does, because Kid is 25 years old, and as far as, hormonal things and genetic things, and he's really self-conscious about some hair loss.
Balding. My ass is balding.
Fun.
But I also like wigs anyway, so this gives me an excuse just to have fun with them.
Well, and that's the thing. If you just want to wear them, wear them. Hell, it's not hurting you or anybody else.
I genuinely do like hair, and I liked playing with my hair when it was growing out of my head.
Yeah. I think it's when you went to cosmetology school. I really do. I don't know.
Yeah, that's when I first really started noticing it, because other people pointed it out too, and it's like, shit.
And that was devastating. But hair is overrated, and I understand that's very easy.
Not when you look like a damn serial killer.
Well, and like I said, there are some people, and that can be a very devastating thing. And it's what I've always tried to explain to you, especially with men. Women, a lot of times, we don't care.
I don't look at
And if it's a woman that does care, find another woman. They're out there lots. But anyhow, so he, has an
I like my
excuse
hair.
as far as to play with the wigs and everything like that.
Yeah.
And so
Now, I do have some wigs that just, no. Going out in public in them, that's a no.
Right.
But that's all right.
but he's got this
That's
one that
all right.
it actually is. You can't tell.
Well, that was until it started balding, because I wore it for basically 4.5 months straight.
Right. But now he actually, you honestly could not tell, you couldn't tell, especially if he had like a beanie on, and it was really cute.
Because
but
it was actual human hair.
as far as Mama, I can't find my hair, and then I think it's weird that you're wearing somebody else's hair.
Well, if they donated it, it's fine.
I understand, but that's still weird. It's weird.
It becomes one with yours. That's what it is.
So is that what it is?
Yes.
The Zen. So if you ever
I can
hear
feel
him talk
my
about
hair.
his fake hair hurting, then
Yeah.
you understand what's going on there. Yeah. But energy-wise, at least it was a much better day.
It was.
There it was starting in the 5th into the 6th. I had like a 24-hour period almost that I hadn't had anything that bad for decades.
No.
Total
it was bad.
decades. It was bad. Scary bad. Mm-hmm. And so I don't want to have a repeat of that.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
glad it didn't last but about that long, and it was just like, shoo. You talk about rebuking and binding and pleading the blood, and it was just, yeah.
Yep. A lot of people right now have been saying it feels like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
That's what they've been feeling like. But also, a lot of them just been twacked out too.
I think everybody is. It is. Who was it? Was it you that said something about everybody having emotional PTSD, or was it somebody else?
You heard that from somebody else.
I
but
think it may
definitely
have been
told you
somebody
about
on
that,
Robert
too.
Phoenix's channel, because you've got a lot of people that just awesome group of people over there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's true. And at a certain point, you can't stay at that level of emotional overload forever.
No. Your
Because-
adrenal glands are screaming.
Absolutely. Not only
Sitting on top of
that-
your kidneys just being like, ah!
Yeah. It becomes a matter of emotional numbing and or blunting. Which I've experienced that in my life because of just the stuff that has gone on in our lives. And believe it or not, I mean, it can have a downside, but it also gets to the point where you're like, okay, whatever. And so it may not be a bad thing because the devil always overplays his hand.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And-
God has built in like coping mechanisms.
Sure.
And they only trigger at certain points.
And with the emotional numbing and blunting, different things like that, you can, it's actually reactivates the reasoning and rational part of your brain.
What?
The thinking part of your brain, as opposed to
What reenactivates it?
sometimes the emotional numbing.
And yeah, because it's the emotions don't get in the way then.
Yeah.
So it's literally just like, okay, do.
Yeah. And it's just, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. And with the news cycle, my God, everybody is so over it. Everything. And with this, and I had listened to Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. That's a rough name to say on a good day.
Sticks.
Sticks, we just call him Sticks. And in one of his videos today, he was talking about struggle sessions.
The struggle was?
And this was something as far
struggle
as with the Cultural Revolution that happened over in China, and I'm sure that it's happened in other places, that they would have these struggle sessions, which was public shaming. Now, that was just one of the ones that had a name for it. Now, this has been done throughout human history as far as to keep certain members in line. Mm-hmm. because people fear that public scorn and ridicule and stuff. And we've seen people be going through that, and it's like, my God. And at a certain point, it's just like, people are seeing through some of it. There are some people that will never see through it.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of people, I'm observing a lot of people getting a clue on these things, which is good.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, when I was going to tell you that the people, I haven't read the full article, but I did see a headline where TikTok, the company that currently owns it, is suing as far as them trying to put a ban on it.
Yeah, rightfully so. But they also have a backup plan.
Mm-hmm. It's good for everybody to have a backup plan right now.
They already have an app in development that's literally supposed to be like Facebook. Not literally. It's supposed to be like a competitor to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course TikTok, all combined in one app. So it would be like the ultimate social hub.
Interesting.
Don't know how that's going to work though.
I don't know either. And it's like, yeah, because...
And it's based in America, so they cannot...
Right.
U.S. cannot do shit about it.
Right. Well, there was more to that than what was being told. We all know
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah. But the thing is, this is not the first time TikTok has went up against the government in court.
Right. Well, it's
They lost,
interesting.
like, the government lost last time. They're going to lose again.
Right. And it's like you have government that's doing a lot of things, and then you've got people that's behind the government doing a lot of things, and it's like, and then the people are sitting there going, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Or they have a clue of what's going on and
Oh,
being
they
like,
do.
this is not right.
Yeah. And it's like, as far as trust and some paranoia and stuff, and rightfully so right now. And throw AI in the mix of all this.
Oh, it feels like mind-bendy, timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly shit.
That and gaslighting. Now, growing up around narcissists, hell, and that's one of the reasons as far as will I get sort of, I don't want to say militant, but sort of assertive. I will become assertive if somebody starts to gaslight me.
Or it's perception as far as gaslighting. Yeah.
Well, if someone is like, oh, you're not experiencing what you're experiencing, or tries to invalidate my perception of reality in that moment, that's not a good thing to calm anybody down. It's not. I've learned that by working with schizophrenics and some of these people that were in psychosis. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you have to, there's a talent working with these people, because in that moment, that is their reality. And to tell them that they're not experiencing that,
Yeah.
that the Pope is not actually sitting next to them, it's pointless, other than if you want them to be further escalated. Mm-hmm. So that is, working with people who are severely mentally ill is a very, very interesting experience. And it's like, there are people that can do it. You know, I'm grateful that I did not have to deal with the ones that were really, in different realms of existence.
No, you got to deal with that in
that
cats.
often, huh?
You got to deal with that in cats.
Yeah. Yeah, well, cats are on a different plane of existence. Probably more than one simultaneously.
Yeah.
But we have people out there, and it's psychological warfare, which is spiritual warfare. It truly is.
It is. This is interesting times.
And Kabuki, thank you so much for the shout out there on Dark Waters channel. He actually had come to our little pirate ship and had given us a thank you. I respect the man. And that he is going to, with the Lizard people,
Lizard.
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 And he's done this whole series, which is very valuable.
Lizard.
And so that I think he said that he may make a playlist or something.
Lizard.
And that there was one that he was calling the little dude King Lizard. This was somebody that either was or possibly should have been shoved in a locker in high school. And not suggesting anything for anybody. I'm just saying that it could have happened.
No, that's part of their villain arc. That's
Is
how
that
they.
what- is
That's
that
how
what
they
it
become
is?
villains.
I don't think that it was with this individual. I think there's other things. But the gaslighting of saying that humans, this has been going on with this teaching of evolution. Now, there's a difference between evolution and adaptation. And a lot of things that is attributed to Darwin and Darwinism is not exactly what he said. A lot of the things about evolution have been disproven for decades, but they perpetuate this myth. Why? Because they want to think, they want people convinced that they are animals.
Yes.
And that was what King Lizard was saying, that humans are nothing more than hackable animals.
Which is completely incorrect.
Absolutely, it's incorrect. We are a sacred being.
Yes.
We have a soul that was given to us by our Creator, and that King Lizard was even trying to discount and discredit that.
Yeah, he was saying that we don't have souls, and it's like that. You may not have a soul, but we do.
Well, yeah.
Most people do.
He may have sold his.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
wonder what the going price is these days. It must be pretty cheap from what I've seen.
They just got to do a bunch of shit.
And, well, again, that even goes back to this struggle session and the ritual humiliation.
Is this the first time that y'all are hearing about this shit?
Probably not. Our people, no, I'd say they're well versed in it. Well, then we have new people.
Well,
so
what
they
about
may
you?
be.
Is this the first time that you've heard like this stuff?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Are you kidding? I've had my tinfoil hat for many a year, child.
Yes.
Many a year.
Been searching this shit since my
old
teens.
school. Oh, are you kidding? I grew up watching In Search of Leonard Nimoy. In Search of.
Never watched that show.
It was fabulous. They had that. I mean, there was a bunch of paranormal stuff back in the 70s. And even before then, it's like, because I was just weird. Nerd.
It's okay. I like those paranormal shows though. It's just the ones that they have on now are just stupid.
And being
Stupid.
as far as with the psychic thing, seer, whatever the hell that you want to call it, I've never known the proper term to use for the abilities to just know things. Like I said, Vietnam was going on. The news. All this stuff. And you could see it. I could see through it. Mm-hmm. To sit there and go, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
And then them trying to say, oh no, this is not how this is. Bullshit. Because some of us was just born weird.
The government has been trying to brainwash and completely distract the people for years.
Absolutely.
And still are trying.
And the thing is, it's not just the government. It's the things that are behind the government.
Yeah. There are many of us. Few of them.
Yeah. And so as far as King Lizard and different things like that, and a lot of this stuff is just coming to a head. I think that's the thing that people, seem to be feeling, sensing, knowing. And this is the one thing that a lot of times gets not credited or not thrown into the equation is God. It doesn't matter.
Unless you're a believer.
Well, yeah, but I mean, man is going to do what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And God's going to do what he's going to do.
Well, for years they have just tossed him aside. Like he was some, I don't know, mythical being or whatever.
Absolutely.
Like a fairy tale type shit. But it's not, he's not.
Well, it's interesting because you have all these different belief systems, and even the ones that claim that it does not have to have a religion to be a belief system, which then makes it sort of a religion. It's just not
Organized.
identified as a religion.
Yeah, it's not an organized religion.
Right.
But
But what is religion? It is a set of beliefs, you know. So you got atheists, that's a religion. You got these secular humanists, that can be classified as a religion because they're organized sets of beliefs. So it's interesting that you've got some of these people that are zealots of these different groups and different factions. Yeah. But I know what I was told. And this was 11 years ago.
What?
Be calm, be still, trust. And I'm like, trust what? Trust that I am God. And that when he does what he's going to do, it'll be in a way that no man can take credit and everybody will know it was God. That sounds pretty big. So when I have low points, I hold on to some of those.
Yeah.
Because that download that I had in 2013 was unlike anything else. And I did not want to repeat that. Oh, everybody thought I had lost my mind.
Yeah.
It's a wonder that they didn't put me somewhere.
But that's the thing. It's not just you now. There are other people like just now getting downloads and shit.
Yeah.
And it's breaking them.
Well,
making them feel like they're crazy.
For some reason, it's not uncommon for some people to go through experiences before others. And it's just a matter to help guide others when they go through it.
Yeah. That's like a lot of these symptoms that people are experiencing now or whatever.
What they're calling ascension symptoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what some people are calling like it. IBS is right along with that stuff.
Sure. And there's stuff that's in the mix that we have no understanding of. I mean, it's just like, Stephon Barnes talking about as far as the correlation between planetary alignments and solar cycles and solar storms and flares and stuff. Well, of course it is. It's all vibration and frequency.
Yes.
All of it.
Every single bit.
And how that affects the Schumann resonance here on Earth, which affects humans, and there's things that we don't even know or have names for. An unseen world around us all the time. Yeah, I think that Rick Levine, when he was talking about the brain being a filter, that was good. That was just a key point.
I can see it. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, because the way that we are right now, if we truly understood and knew all that was around us, we would probably implode or something. I would think we don't have the capacity at this point.
Yeah, these bodies
to comprehend it.
Yeah, these bodies and this human mind that we have, it's not meant to comprehend all that information. Yeah, because it does break at a certain point if you are on information overload.
Yeah, it's counterproductive to be in a corner drooling on yourself.
Yeah,
I
don't know. I drooled on myself this morning, but I wasn't in. It wasn't psychotic state. It's like the fuck just happened.
But all kinds of interesting, cool stuff. And it was just like, after listening to King Lizard and his spiel, and we sat out there on the porch, and where the leaves are, the trees not totally filled out yet, but getting there, and all the different varieties of birds that we have, and we have the goldfinches that I call them living lemons. And that they are wondrous, and to sit there and go, there is an intelligent design. There's a creator. Each one of these creatures, amazing, unique, that he breathed life into them.
Yeah.
And it was just like the cats Our herd of cats, each one of them has a personality. They are each unique.
Mm-hmm. And there's never another one like it.
No.
Ever.
No.
It can look similar, but it will not be the same.
No. And that's the same with humans.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're trying to do the cloning shit, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
Each person is unique, and even since I was a kid, I knew that, and it's always one of this bullshit, oh, there's a plenty of fish in the sea, and it's like, but there's not a fish exactly like that.
Right. Right.
And to be gaslighted about that shit. It's a wonder that I did not end up in a corner someplace drilling on myself. It truly is.
Or with an assault charge. Or with an assault charge.
Well, yeah.
See,
I would like to keep that as an option.
It's not like that shit would cause me to drool in a corner like mind break. It's like that makes me want to punch someone in the face when they try to.
Well, I think that righteous indignation, especially when someone is being remarkably stupid, is the correct answer. But that's where you got to remember to be angry and sin not.
It's like, Lord, keep I guarded my mouth and keep my hands tied for a bit.
That's exactly what it's like. Do not let me bring you any shame, Lord. Do not let me do that. Because he's absolutely, I mean well, but I'm human. I'm fallible.
Yes.
And it's like I tell truth, and sometimes very bluntly, and it pisses people off.
It hurts sometimes.
Yeah. But now, if I get poked to the point that I just, yeah. It's like, it was one of those, as far as there's times you're doing the best that you can, and there's circumstances and people that will just drag the ugly out of you. And that would happen a lot with some of those people when I was a corrections officer.
Uh-huh.
You would just search certain situations and certain people, and they had this amazing ability to know what to say to hurt the most, but these were hurting people. And you always had to try to remember that. But
hurting people hurt others.
They do. They do. That doesn't mean that it's easy. That doesn't mean that you can, stand there and allow yourself to be, poked with a sharp stick or shank.
Stab, stab, stab.
But it's one of the
stab.
And God love her.
I cut you, man.
My partner, she was one of these. She's like, I'm telling the truth. It's like, you've got to meter that with love. But that was one of those things. She's like, they drug the ugly right out of me. And buddies, you talk about, you think I'm bad? I think she had some Scorpio in her somewhere. And buddies,
she's bound to.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope she's okay.
Tell you about yourself that you did not want to hear.
Has she ever did she ever do that with you?
No.
Because you were good to her.
I loved her. She was my friend.
Yeah.
And I miss her. It's been many years since I saw her.
That's why I'm like, I hope she's doing well.
Yeah, I'm praying for her and her family and stuff like that. It was a bad situation. It's just people. You've got people that are just people, and they can get in some really bad situations and make some really bad choices. And this is why forgiveness and to give somebody a second chance, sometimes a third or a fourth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know I've needed it.
I think everybody's needed it.
Yeah.
Actually, for a fact, everybody has needed those many chances. Mm-hmm. That's why you just got to be like, water off a duck's back, water off a duck's back. They don't mean it, water off a duck's back.
Well, there's, like I said...
And even if they do mean it, it's like they'll probably apologize in a minute or something.
There's always times, and it's like, yeah, there's always times that it's just like a step too far. And it's like, all right. And then, yeah, it's like to back it off. Just back it off, repair fences, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. It was like the story of the man that kid had the anger issue and about the nails in the fence. Did I tell you that one?
Yeah, but he told him to drive the nails in the fence whenever he got angry.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, the fence, there's so many. It was just basically a nail.
Mm-hmm.
Just one glorified collection of nails.
But
there was no else.
The kid actually did get his anger under control.
Yeah.
You remember what his father told him to do next?
Remove each one.
Uh-huh. And so then to look at the holes. That the damage was done by the anger. So, poking holes in relationships, and some things can be patched and some things can't. Depends on the situation and the person.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was a day in a life.
Question.
What?
Pisces. Have you ever met a violent Pisces?
No.
I could show you one, and I'm like...
That's going to have that somebody's either have some kind of situation, or I'd have to see the rising signs and different things like that.
Like, that was all their life that they knew was fighting.
Well, yeah, that's going to make anybody violent.
And so...
Because they...
It took the mighty hand of God to restrain him from punching this one dude's window out, even after dude hit him with the car. Mm-hmm. He basically got hit and was ready to bust that window out and drag him out of the car and beat his ass, but he did not. He did not.
That's restraint. That's great.
He walked right into where he was going in the first place.
Yeah.
And his friends were like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah.
Well, that's somebody, like I said, that is, as far as pain, and those are the people that you had to work with. Mm-hmm. Sometimes for a very long period of time.
His stepfather tried to, teach him how to fight and all that. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes he would be walking, in a Walmart parking lot, basically trying to teach his stepson, dude that likes to fight, situational awareness.
Well,
he would literally come and attack him.
That is not the place for that.
Choke him out full on, out in the middle of a parking lot,
that
stuff like that,
PTSD.
hoping that he will fight.
Why didn't he have a dojo? I mean, if he wanted to do that,
he's a criminal.
Everybody needs to know self-defense.
What I mean by criminal is this is someone that's gang violence, mob type shit.
Yeah, that ain't cool. Because, again, what does that end up being? That ends up being, to a degree, these struggle sessions. And it is a matter of causing PTSD. It's trauma bonding.
Yes.
That's not a healthy relationship. Mm-mm. So, it takes people to work with some of those people also. It's hard. And it's better done with somebody from within different cultures, and that's who they'll listen to. Mm-hmm. I've worked with some gangbangers. I've worked with a variety of gang members. And it's always a challenge.
Trisha Paytas is a Taurus. And so, Tauruses for the most part are kind of chill, bullheaded.
Yeah.
Where she has that borderline personality disorder, it made her violent. And all that stuff too. But she has grown so much.
Yeah. She's, and I'm hoping she's got some professional help over the years.
Oh yeah, she's in therapy.
Yeah, she would have to be, because there is more going on than that than just her being a Taurus. There's a whole lot more to that. That's a broken human being.
Well, yeah, that's what she talks about a lot. But when you see someone and you learn their sign, it's but they're basically an opposite of what their sign is.
Well, it's not just one sign. People are this wonderful, alchemical mixture of signs.
Yeah, but it's just interesting. It's the bull is finally
tamed.
Yeah. Well, not only tamed, but
Well, that's
it's during those times that she would go off a lot. It's the bull has finally someone has waved the red flag for the bull.
But see, that's the reason when you get somebody that is a qualified astrologer and has the wisdom, like Robert Phoenix, to do a chart and to do it properly, that can provide somebody with insight and wisdom. Yeah. And direction and sense of purpose.
I would,
Don't waste your money on some of these fly-by-night people and stuff like that. No, don't do that.
A person that I would love for Robert Phoenix to do their zodiac chart thing?
Who?
Angeline.
Oh God! People.
I would
Honey.
love just to see what her sign
Her
list
sign
was.
is sad. It's just sad.
I would like him to do her as a star of the day, and along with Trisha Paytas and some of the others. But I know he probably could not stand them.
Robert, don't even think about it. No, don't.
Angeline, the Billboard queen.
No. Anyhow, we need to wrap this up. Final thoughts here.
Oh, be kind. Be kind.
Yeah. And that includes to yourself.
Water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back. Just repeat that. It's true, though.
Well,
it helps after a while.
The mantra that helps get me through a lot is, I am a beloved child of the Most High God.
Oh, yeah. That's a firm one right there.
That, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Mm-hmm.
That one has got me through some really, really rough stuff.
Yeah.
So, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, if you've been having a wild ride lately and would like to share any of that stuff, please put that in the comment section. That, or you can send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe, and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Don't forget to check her out at BitChute and Rumble at same as you hear on YouTube, Warlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, Warlanda, COCWS. It's like a radio station call sign.
Yeah.
Go check it. She shares videos, comments, nice stuff on the video, on other people's posts.
That's what I do. I enjoy seeing those people that have greater skills than I do, that they can do the gifts and the different things like that. And even as far as the AI art, I enjoy a lot of that stuff. There are some people that are just, as far as doing the fine arts. There's one lady that does oil on paper. Her name is Natasha, just brilliant artist. Mm-hmm. It's just really cool stuff. The Halloween countdowns. There's somebody that shows like fruit bats.
How many days do we got till Halloween?
I would have to go and look. So that's what I'm doing over there on X. I'm not getting in some of the heated discussions and stuff. I would rather I'm enjoying the few people. But if you do go over there, let me know. To sit there and go, Podling Pirate. And it's like, here. Subscribe to me. I've subscribed to you.
When you subscribe, you will get obligatory wooden spoon.
Yes, the fight against the forces of darkness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Dark Crystal reference for those of you who may not know.
Well, it was the Dark Crystal
It was
Rebellion?
the prequel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what was it called? Was it Rebellion or something like that?
I don't know, but the one little guy that he wanted to be a warrior, and because he was podling and they did not know how to fight, he was going to try to teach himself to fight, and his weapon was a wooden spoon. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He learned to wield it well.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. You'd be amazed at the damage you can do with a wooden spoon.
That's like those decor dolls.
Mm-hmm.
Decor girls dolls. Brilliant discreet weapon right there, where they got the big heads and they're hard as a rock and their little bodies. You can just use them as a mallet.
And the thing is, it's a matter of
if need be.
But
children are going to be bonking each other on the head with them things.
Children, because then it's, you look at them and go, is there blood? Is there protruding bone? Then it's fine, you'll live, because that is how I did you and your brother both.
I'm a wheel concussed.
But with you, sometimes there was blood. There was not protruding bone, but there was blood. There was blood
on many
occasions. There will be blood. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated.
Yeah.
And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next one.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye.